Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 21 of Europa Universalis IV with the Irish Exodus. I'm not too sure how much longer I'm going to continue with this campaign. The idea of the Irish Exodus is to become a independent Western power in the New World, so you can just crush everybody in the New World quite easily. And to be honest, I think we have actually managed to achieve that. My desire to want to go back and kick England's arse was more of a sort of an extended sort of goal that I'd set myself, but of course that was reliant on the fact that France weren't going to be completely destroyed by them, so that's been quite interesting. Also, I think the new world that we've been given, because I opted to go for the random new world thinking it would be slightly interesting, has turned out not to be all that interesting at all really, and the development here is so terrible that it's going to be very, very difficult to get enough force limit and income to actually be able to deal with England in any meaningful fashion. That said, I am going to press on for now. I'm not intending to end just yet. We will see how far we can get. We still have a few things to core. We shall recall our diplomat. It has been a week since I played, so I've kind of forgotten what I was doing. Were we trying to get a alliance with Sweden? Who am I allied with? Because I've just forgotten everything at the moment. So I'm allied with Brandenburg. I'm pretty sure I was trying to get an alliance with Sweden if possible. They're still not willing to do that. Only negative 22. Not too sure why. Great Britain has rivaled us. Well, that's understandable, I suppose. What have we got here? Gained a trade dispute against Great Britain. So, Great Britain's opinion of us would be changed, which is fine. Papal State in Portugal. If we can increase the Portugal's opinion of us, we might be able to get a relationship with them. We've been rivaled by England, so I guess we should go ahead and... Mind you, we don't even have a free diplomat right now. Portugal actually hate me completely. Hostile relations, heretic religion. They desire one of my provinces, because of course they do. So that was a waste of time. We're never going to be friends with Portugal. It would possibly be nice to try and get an alliance with France. They're not really interested in it. We are trying to get our relationship up with them. France are pretty terrible in this game. I'm not too sure what is going on. I will try and embargo Great Britain for what good it is going to do. I think if Great Britain still declare war on me, I'll probably still end up getting completely destroyed. I'm sure... Are they actually my rival? I think they are. Yeah, we've got them right. Oh, we've got Portugal rivaled as well. Great Britain, Portugal. I don't really want to rival France. So let's go ahead and issue an embargo. And I should also issue an embargo to Portugal as well. But of course, because we're dealing with people in Europe, it takes so long for all of our diplomats to get back. So we are going to want to start taking some of this land over here. I've still got a few places that I need to core. In fact, there's only one, and we need 100 points to be able to do that. That'll get rid of our overextension. War exhaustion is nearly gone. We could start fabricating claims against these guys. There's no real point to fabricate claims. I've always got a justification to attack them. It's just that if I could fabricate claims against them, it would be a little bit cheaper to take and core the provinces, but it's not a big deal. We do have that diplomat free now. Let's go ahead and issue an embargo on to Portugal. Not that power projection is much of a thing for us right now, but we will do what we can. You don't have an explorer anymore, and you seem to be... That's interesting. Okay, excellent. You've become self-sustaining. Recall diplomat from France. Turn that into a city. What the crap balls are you doing? You should be protecting trade up there. Are you just sort of stuck in the wrong spot? We don't have an explorer for you anymore. We need to get you docked. Let's go ahead and get you docked somewhere not derpy, because I'm not too sure what you're doing there. Where are you actually protecting trade? Yeah, you are protecting trade there. I'm not too sure what that ship was doing. This is the other thing. This random new world seems quite broken. We've randomly got units teleporting from province to province. Save the Irish people in Meath. A little bit tricky. Sumatesh. Sumatesh, you are these guys. Do we have a truce with you? We do not. We do have a truce with you until February 94. That's quite some time away. That's a six-year truce. So while I would like to take that mission, I'm not going to break a truce to do it. That is very interesting. Okay, let us go and... What are you doing there? You are random 2 heavies. You are going to be our explorer. We'll see if we can get one back. Let us go and have a look at France now. We've maxed out our relationships with them. They still don't really like me all that much. Can't get them friendly. It's a shame. We can't get a royal marriage with them. Mainly because the distance between borders, the alliance. See, France, you're unwilling to be friends. This is why you're getting beaten up by England. If only you could actually fight back against them a little bit. Doing some conversions, so let's go ahead and get some more done. Do we need to have any all of these going? Yearly prestige, we're nearly capped. And what was that one? Idea cost. Yeah, we do have some ideas to do. And I want to start getting caught up in tech because we are a little bit behind. We'll allow that to carry on. There was something else there that I was just going to have a look at, and I cannot remember what it was, so we'll leave that be. Let's go ahead and see if we can get an explorer for you and see if we've got another mission for you. Looks like... Well, we've got circumnavigate the globe, which we can't actually do right now. So we will get you protecting trade. We have gone slightly over our leader limit again, but if we get you protecting trade, we'll get a little bit more from that. What are we like on force limit? We are below our ship limit. So let's go ahead and get another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ships. And our force limit, what do we have in terms of our forces right now? We have 12 infantry, 3 cavalry, and 7 artillery. We can get 5 more, so I think we get 1 more cavalry and 4 artillery. So we will get 1 cav and 4 artillery. Might as well do them in these provinces. So it'll give us a bit of a bigger army. We're making money now, which is nice. We do still have... Oh no, apparently I do still have 2 colonies somewhere. Both of my colonists are busy, so that's fine. Hopefully those 2 trade fleets will merge up and not start doing the weird stuff that they were doing before. We finally have enough points to start coring some of these cities. Let's go ahead and do that one first. As somebody pointed out, if you actually grab a... get a colony turn into a city and it is the right culture, it doesn't actually cause any overextension. It still needs coring, of course, but it's not quite as important to get done. So England, or Great Britain, they are still managing to spread out here. These guys, potential problem here, that because England have a CB on them. Do we have a CB against them? Of course we do, because they're a colony. So we could go and take that. We probably do want to do that just to stop England from sort of grabbing it. These guys are... That's got an English claim on it. And Great Britain is actually your protectorate. What about these guys over here? You are allied with Brandenburg, which is a little bit unfortunate. Let's go ahead and march these guys down to here. And they'll get there in whatever weird, stupid, random New World path they choose to take. And we'll go and take this province. We can't actually core it right now, so we might need to core one of these inner provinces here. Now that could be difficult, because we do have the added problem at the moment that our colonists are all busy. Let's get everyone down here. We've got our new units. I should have just used the new interface here to add the units to it, but as I'm moving the army around anyway, it isn't really going to make a lot of difference. So, we've got a random... Oh yeah, the other 2 units are down on one of the other islands somewhere, one of the other colonies. Do they need to be down there anymore? I can't even remember where we put them, because we were colonising down here. You are an actual city now. You are a colony. You're an actual city. So you want to be down there. That's the only place where natives are going to rise up down here. This one is already a city. So we are going to want to get the rest of these provinces here, just to sort of slow Portugal down a bit. I see Portugal have started to colonise on this island, which I'm not too pleased about. We could potentially block them either side. What are 3 and 3? This is actually quite a nice little island down there. And I do want to go and start attacking some of these people over here. Surely some of these provinces must have some development. There's an 8 there. So this is the problem. Most of the land is just crap. Not really an awful lot worth taking. That's my biggest problem with this particular playthrough, is that the New World just isn't all that interesting. We lost the trading in tobacco. That's not too much of a problem. We are starting to get a bigger army, which will help things out. Let's get all of these guys together in one province. There they are. Let's go ahead and group them all up. And we're going to go ahead. We are going to declare a war on you. And we'll go and wipe you out. You don't have any allies. Mainly just taking it before England takes it. That's the point of doing this. There are provinces that I'd much prefer to core beyond these ones. Or much prefer to colonise beyond these ones, but we've just got to do what we need to do. Local unrest in one province, yeah, we'll take that. We don't need the church power. The rival of our rival. This one is for Russia. I thought we'd already done that one, actually. Russia's quite far away, which does make this a little bit tricky. Well, no, that might work, actually. Let's go ahead and improve relations with them. Still not too sure if England's going to declare war on me. It'd be nice if they did the declaration, because at least I'd be able to get Brandenburg in, but I'm not too sure how much they would be able to help, because they are actually quite far away. I do, again, need to make sure that I keep my eye on France. Are you actually in a war at the moment, France? No. I'm surprised you're not at war with England, losing more of your territory. You're still not willing to take an alliance. It's because I'm in an offensive war, but even so, we wouldn't be able to do it. And Sweden was the other option as well. Negative 18, it's not as bad as it was. Obviously, as we get more ships and get more troops, they're more likely to do it because of our combined army and navy strength, but shouldn't take too long to grab this. Burghers lose 10 loyalty. Great, there's a random event. Oh, got trading in tobacco again. We've got enough to go ahead and start coring that, so let's do it. Managed to convert some heretics. Now, we could, of course, if we wanted to, actually go and... which of these is better? I guess that's got 7 development. That's got a development of 8, but I think this one here we'd like to grab. So we could bring back one of our colonists. Not necessarily from that one. Maybe from this one. Let's recall that colonist. We're going to start a new colony somewhere, which is going to cost us a little bit of money because we will be over our limit. But we want to be able to grab this so we can start coring. So there's some more conversions. We've done most of the conversions that we can. Why can't we do this one? Because of the development mainly. Oh no. Maybe we're just busy coring them. That must be it. There we go. You're willing to peace out? I don't think so. We're not ready for that quite yet. We are losing money now. Maybe because we're reinforcing. We do have these light ships. Make sure we get the lights. Get them all together. They're going to go and protect trade as well. We've lost an advisor. We've lost an advisor and we're losing money as well. Morale of armies could be useful. How far are we behind on military tech? Quite far. We really do need to have an advisor, I think. So let's go ahead and we'll have the morale of armies guy. We should have... Why have we only got 4 ships? I was almost certain we'd built 5. Oh no, that is apparent. Oh, there we go. The last one has just just turned up at the last second there. So you guys are also going to protect trade in that trade node. Did we actually embargo Portugal? Yep, we did. Okay, fantastic. Hopefully that will finish quite soon. Nope, we don't need to give anyone military access. Our colonist has returned. So we're going to go and send a colonist here. And say we will lose a little bit of money, but hopefully we can get that and we can connect all of our lands up. We can upgrade our government rank. We have enough development. Well, there's no reason why we wouldn't want to do that. So we can upgrade our government rank to a kingdom. We gain 10 prestige. Sure, there's something else we get for it as well. Can't even remember what it is. Reduce the number of years waiting to change national focus. That helps. We are a little bit overpowered on admin. Let's have a look at our techs. In fact, we are still quite behind on admin. I think I'm going to actually stay admin focused right now, even though we're not making many points for the other stuff. We are still making money, which is very good. Hopefully all of our trade fleets will eventually find each other and combine. That's the transport fleet. Yeah, we do have an extra diplomat now. I thought we got another one. We've won that siege. Let's go ahead and get out of there so we don't suffer any more attrition. Let's go ahead and just make peace with you then. So we will sue for peace. We want to take your province. We want to take all of the money that you have, which is not bad. And off we go. In fact, we should stay there now because that's more likely to be where we get an uprising. The interface has gone funky again. That is awesome. Core provinces. We can actually core it now because we're next to it, which is fine. I do still want to let that colony finish, though. And we are making money. It's only a small amount, but we are making money, so that is good. So the question becomes now, why is there a strange dotted line across the middle of the continent here that seems to flicker as I move the camera around? And what do we want to do next? I mean, we've got Great Britain occupying quite a lot of the territory around here. It's difficult to sort of cut them off, but we've actually got an uprising there. Luckily, it happened in the province where I actually had my troops, so we've almost got this done. What's going on here? There we go. Development here actually isn't all that bad, and it's not distant overseas either. We've got 0% autonomy. These provinces are actually helping quite a bit. We do have a little bit of money. We could maybe get something that improves... Well, let's have a look at something that improves potentially tax, because we're not making a lot of money right now. We're in the middle of coring that one. Let's get a tax modifier on this one. And then when that's finished coring, we'll potentially get a tax modifier on that one. How long is it going to be before you are cored? Apparently you have cored. So why can't I build there? Are we already full on buildings? No, you were the one that just cored while I was in the interface. That's why it went all strangely weird. Now these guys are protected, so we can't do that. Portugal has rivaled us. Hardly a surprise. Gained some extra manpower. Nice. Are we up to our cap yet? I think we're actually over our cap. No, we're not. We're still about 3,000 below the cap. So we could go and attack Uru. I would like to get back up in military tech, though. We are still quite far behind. And that's not good for us. And there's quite a lot of the map here we haven't uncovered either. Let's go ahead and do some more conversions where we can. We're doing quite well on prestige. Ideas. Are we actually still getting ideas? We have a military idea group, which is the only one we have left. We're nearly high enough up to grab the next idea. Now, do we want to finish this first? It would increase our land force limit modifier, even though we are behind in military tech, which is not great. Which ones do we have? I can never tell which ones of these are selected and which ones are not. That one looks like it's greyed out, but I can't quite tell. I don't know, maybe it isn't. We need one more military point, so we'll get that at the end of the month. There we go. No, we'll finish that off then, even though we're behind on military, because that increases our land force limit by a considerable amount. It also gives us the rebel support efficiency, which we don't really need. So we can't take another idea group, so that means we should probably consider getting rid of cheaper ideas. There's no point in having that right now. So what do we want to take in its place? The morale of armies could be useful if we end up actually going to war with England. We're not at the moment. We've got the yearly prestige. We've got the global settler increase. I guess production efficiency. Just go ahead and try and increase our income. Yeah, England taking over some of these provinces. We are going to have to start taking some of these guys out if we want to be able to deal with them. What is the unrest here? There's actually no unrest. Well, there won't be one. We've got like 1 million troops parked in the province. Actually, the unrest isn't all that bad. Gain of stability, some admin power, and some prestige. Or, ooh, that's a tricky one, isn't it? Gain 100 military power, 10 army tradition. The thing is, the tradition's just going to burn off while we're not really fighting. Stability will help us with money, so let's do that. Let's get you over here, because I sort of fancy another war. Hopefully we can go ahead and start taking some of these guys. We don't have I don't think we have a truce with them anymore. Oh, no, we still do. 92. Well, we can still move up there and put ourselves in a position where we can attack them. Again, we can't really attack any of these British colonies without calling Britain and all of their allies in, which I'd prefer not to have to do. Relationship with Russia is going up. Is there still any chance of an alliance with France? -14. It actually seems to be getting better. Not too sure we can improve relations with you anymore. Switzerland is on -17. There seems to be getting worse. Improved relations 91. There's got to be somebody powerful that we can get a decent alliance with. So we'll allow things to cook on. Have we actually got any coalition over here? Not really. Nobody really cares. But yeah, we are kind of... I am border goring here, I do appreciate that, but just doing what I can to try and grab some decent provinces and just sort of slow Great Britain down wherever I can. We've already sort of blocked this area off. You know, we are chopping... Most of my lands are connected or can be connected, whereas most of their lands are isolated, which makes it more difficult for them to get their armies together than it does for mine. Speaking of armies together... Our force limit is now 42. Problem is we can't really afford to maintain an army of that size, but I certainly will be building another stack. So let's start off by just grabbing ourselves, let's say, maybe 10 infantry. Converted some more heretics. Rival of our rival, completed another mission. Okay, so that's 10 infantry all queued up. Still can't take that mission because we still have a truce, and we'll go ahead and convert that province there. But I think that's a good point to end the video, so thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying this playthrough of the Irish Exodus. I do apologise that things have gone a little bit slow, but the only person we can really fight against is England, and I think at the moment if we tried to fight against England, they would probably kick our arse. So I'm just going to take it slowly over these next few videos, and maybe when we get to the end of this week, we'll sort of look back and decide whether or not we are going to call it a day on the series. I don't want to spend scores and scores of episodes just invading this island and not really getting anything else done. I'm sure we could quite easily wipe out all of these natives over here and we'd just be left with the British colonies, and a lot of that then comes down to whether or not we have enough manpower, enough force limit to be able to fight them, because remember, Great Britain have a lot of troops and a lot of boats, and they can easily land a lot of units over here. Not to mention, if I did actually declare war against one of these guys, we'd also be fighting against Spain, Portugal, and Austria. So we'd have far too many people to actually fight against for me to be able to deal with them if they all tried to land troops at the same time. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.